putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Hey, Vincent LaGuardia Gambini.
His name's JT.
JT. I believe you and Lisa played a game of pool for $200, which she won. I'm here to collect.
How about if I just kick your...
Oh, a counter offer. That's what we lawyers, I'm a lawyer, we lawyers call that a counter offer. Let me see. This is a tough decision you give me here. Get my kicked to collect $200. What do you think? I could use a good kick, and I'll be very honest with you. Nah, I think I'll just go with the 200.
Over my dead body.
You like to renegotiate as you go along, huh? Okay, then here's my counter offer. Do I have to kill you? What if I was just to kick the ever-loving out of you?
In your dreams.
Oh, no. In reality, if I was to kick the out of you, do I get the money?
If you kick the out of me,
yeah,
then you get the money.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It was a scene from My Cousin Vinny, and we are talking about Joe Biden having called out the president of the United States, saying if he could go back into the past, in the Wayback Machine, with his flux capacitor, that he would beat the flux out of Donald Trump in high school. I was thinking, why not just go back to grade school, Joe? 3rd grade. That Donald Trump better not come out to the playground. I'm going to beat him up. And somebody going, doing a documentary. That was Joe Biden. He would later become the vice president of the United States. Oh, man. Joe Biden talking tough about something you can't back up, you can't prove. I would love, does anybody know anything about Joe Biden in his past? Joe Biden, let me tell you, he's the guy that he talk crap. He talks total crap. He's not a threat. He's that guy that talks smack, hey, man, don't you be talking like that to the girl. I'll beat your butt. And the guy's like, man, we're just having a discussion here. It's not like like I said, dude, you don't want to mess with me. I'm Joe Biden. Okay, whatever. Ow, that hurt. Joe's waking up, what happened? You got your butt kicked, Joe Biden. Oh, dude. Then he gives you all these excuses. I wasn't looking, man. All I did was turn my head for just a second and he sucker punched me. No, Joe, you were looking dead at him. Joe Biden is every movie where the dude that, tries to act like he's the bad guy gets his butt kicked. He's that guy. Wants to come off as a good guy. Like he's the Karate Kid guy, the blonde dude. The Cobra guy. He's Cobra Kai, exactly. Oh, man. What a threat, Joe Biden. I mean, look, I'm getting older, too, but if Joe Biden called me out, it would be like that movie with Stallone and De Niro. These two boxers that never got a chance to meet because one thought the other was ducking him. So at the age of 70, they decide to fight it out. Yeah. There's a part of me that wants to see Trump just whoop the crap out of Biden. I mean, I know some of the audience are going, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Donald Trump just grab him by those plugs and boom, hit his head into the turnbuckle like they do on WWE. Oh, man. And here's what I've been saying. Donald Trump, I don't know anything about Donald Trump, but rich kids like Trump, blue-collar rich kids, their parents usually get them some sort of training. I'm not kidding you. Most of my wealthy friends, their kids get specialized training. They're not trying to, enter the UFC. They're not trying to, make it. They don't want any trouble. But they want their kids, particularly their sons, to be able to handle themselves. Many of them do. And they bring in the best people. Now, I want you to think about one-on-one training with a very skilled martial artist. I've done private lessons. I mean, I've given them to people. That is the best instruction you can get. There's no distractions on other kids, other adults, whatever you're doing. It's one-on-one. And I mean, I've done, big groups where it's like 30 students, and you get what you get. Then you get down to like 4 or 5 that are specialists. They want to do tournament fighting, or they want to do self-defense or whatever. Then you get down to that one-on-one. That's the best training ever. When I've been in that environment, when I was training one-on-one, it's been very rare because I certainly couldn't afford it. But when people would say to me, Kevin, hey, why don't you come over? I like your skill set. Let's come over and let's work out. And they would impart something on you. Man, that's the stuff I remember to this day. Those are those moments like, in martial arts where you're like the World Trade Center or Martin Luther King got shot. You have those kind of moments in the martial arts where you go, boy, I had a catharsis. This guy taught me so much. It's true. But I believe Trump probably had some training. He doesn't talk about it. Maybe he has none. Because I'm going to tell you, what a waste of time. What a monumental waste of time to have to, to be prepared for somebody out there, this specter of, meanness that's waiting in the world. I tell my sons all the time, I hate the amount of time that you have to spend in the martial arts and training because it's a waste of time. You shouldn't have to worry about that. We should live in a world where that's not an issue. But Biden threatens the president. If Biden were to run in 2020, I'd like to see President Trump set up an octagon outside of the debate thing, like where they have a debate. He would say, Joe Biden, you threatened me back in 2018, and I took the liberty of setting up an octagon in the parking lot, and you and I are going to go at it, buddy. You're going to have to back it up. Let's just pretend it's high school, Joe, okay? The look in Biden's eyes would be precious. You could bet he'd say something like this. He'd say, see, Donald Trump, he's a hothead. Look at how I provoked him to fight. And he took the bait. Ha, 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 ha. He tried to laugh it off and pretend like he didn't say, I didn't really mean it. And Trump would say, see, look at how the politicians are talk. But when it comes to actions, they bail. They always bail. Yeah, they're chickens. They don't want to do it. That's what Trump would do. He'd turn it back on him. He would turn it back on him. I know he would. I'm telling you how he would. But here's the bigger picture in all of this. Now, I'm not following this story because I find it childish and trivial. The same way, and I'll give you a quick example. I had a guy threaten me on Twitter. I'm going to come to your town, man, and kick your butt. And I said, hey, I tell you what, you come to my town. I promise you, I will treat you like a king. I will send a car to the airport to pick you up. We will go to the police station and we will register. You'll sign a waiver in front of the police that says you're here to kick my butt. And then we could either do it in the police parking lot or we could go to a, sanctioned place where I train, and you will have the opportunity. So he says, he literally writes this back to me. That would be my birthday present. And I go, well, then come get your present, princess. Come get your present. So he tells me this is last week. You guys think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I swear this is true. It's on my Twitter feed. Well, it's actually DM, but I can make it available to you if you want it. So I say to him, just understand you're going to sign the waiver. I'm going to film it. And when I beat you up, I'm going to put it out on the internet. And that's what the waiver is going to say, is that you've given me permission to do whatever I want with this video footage. So he says, I'm there. Great. All you got to do is give me details. I'll send a car to pick you up. I'm telling you, my entire staff was like, hey, this will be great. We're ready to go. We're waiting to film this kind of stuff. So they said, we'll send the car. We'll take care of the car. Contacted him back on Twitter. But you let us know. Get us details, flight information, etc. Here's our details. And so what happened? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Big talk. I swear, if you saw this thread, all the things he's going to do to me, it's going to be his birthday present. I'm like, oh, woo, I'm so scared. Well, you know what? Bring it. That's what Biden is. One of these all talk dudes. Because let me tell you something. There are people out there like me who will accept your challenge. Who do you think you are, dealing with a grown man telling him, oh, if I could go back to high school, I'd kick your butt. I tell you what, Joe Biden, how about now? I know Trump's not going to go for that, but if it were me, I'm just telling you, if I were president, I'd say, Joe, we don't have to go back to high school. We can do it right now. But here's what I want to ask you. Has the media criticized Biden, a warmonger? Imagine if Trump had said anything similar. The fake news media would be hammering him. They'd call him a monster. He's always looking for a fight. Then they'd pivot to North Korea. And they'd say, Kim Jong-un would have preferred to deal with Hillary Clinton because she's the only adult in the room. So let me answer the question for you as to why Biden called out Trump. It's because Trump is already brutally beating up Obama. And Obama needs an old washed-up historical footnote to come to his aid. See, Trump daily brutalizes Barack Obama as the world watches. He crushes his legacy, the legacy of Obama-Biden. And Biden can't do anything about that future, so he pretends he wants to go back and tangle with Trump in the past. But the truth is, folks, past, present, or future, Biden would get his butt kicked.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.